To void a check in a prior closed month, we must first document exactly how that check was posted to Jewel. This could be done by going back through your check reports, or you can simply go to Reports and Graphs, select your check report, and then select the time period in which that check was written. The check we are going to use for demonstration purposes was in the month of March, so we will select last month, March. It's check 6128, written to AT&T, but which AT&T tells us never reached them. So we need to void this check, do a stop payment at the bank, and reissue it. The information needs to be written down on a piece of paper if you're taking it from your screen. If you have it on your check report that's in writing, then that's not necessary. But I'm going to write down the check number, 6128, the date, 3/11/16, the vendor number. Yes, I could put in AT&T, but if it's a longer name, it just makes it simpler to put in the vendor number. So I write 140 on my piece of paper. The amount of the check, $37.53. And the account to which it was charged, $8,300. I then, once I have written all that information down, I then select New Check. Jewel jumps us to the most recent new check that needs to be written. We will then put in the vendor number, 140, and select Electronic Payment. This gets rid of the check number, and then we proceed to do a mirror image of the original check. Now notice that when we put in 140 AT&T, it brought up the last check written to AT&T, which was the August check. It's a different amount. So I actually need to change the amount to negative $37.53, which is the opposite of the original check. $8,300, the last check, was charged to that as well, so I don't need to change the account number, but I do need to change the amount, negative $37.53. My last step is to change the memo line to reflect exactly what this electronic payment that we're recording is for. It is to void, then put the date of the check for reference purposes, so you can go back and look at the original check, or the auditors can look at the original check. To void 3/11/16, CK number for check number 6128, and then I'm going to put a space and put why we are voiding it. In this case, check lost in mail. Your explanation may be different, but it's important to put the reason that this check is being voided. Then select OK. We're going to now close out of the check report and get back to the main Jewel screen. It's important when you have voided a check to, in your reconciliation, clear that voided check, which means when it's in a prior period, it's in two pieces, and both pieces need to be cleared. We'll go to reconciliation so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here is the AT&T negative electronic check. Notice it's an internally generated number. It's not one of your check numbers. We're going to put a check mark there to show that it's cleared, because of course it's voided. It will never clear the bank statement. And then, so that we'll have a net effect of 0, we need to also clear that outstanding check that will never clear because it was lost in the mail. Together, these have a net effect of 0, but it's important to clear them so that they don't just stay in your outstanding checklist forever. And as always, if you have any questions, call your auditors. We'll be happy to answer those questions for you.